The following podcast is recorded and produced by Emerge, a media creators co-op, in affiliation with the network at bicbb-radio.com.
Hello and welcome to welcome to episode 61 of the Big Yak Podcast. This is Mike Peretta, alongside me as always, Nico Benny, and we have a special guest on today. We have Marquise Alexander, aka Quisi Laflare, on. How are you today?
Quisi Laflare, thank you. I didn't expect my whole name to be said.
I didn't mean
it's okay. Everybody know me though, so it's not even a problem. You know what I mean?
You're not the first person to say that either.
Yeah,
I think you're like the third or fourth person where Mike just gives off the government name and then
whole government name.
I'm not trying to hide it anyways. You know what I mean? It'd be cool. Everybody know Marquise make music anyways. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
Marquise make music. That's you know what? That's like low key.
A different, like if I want to change my name.
Yeah, like a little alias or something.
That's a fact.
So, how are you, Quisi? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm a real chill, cool dude. You know, I make music, I make clothes and stuff like that. I pretty much do everything. I skateboard too. I haven't in a while since I broke my leg, but that's really all I really do for
Yeah,
it's more to it, but like
way back, I'm thinking like high school. I mean, you were skate park, media, like making beats, rapping. I mean, that was when we kind of knew each other really well.
And then I feel like even then I wasn't even like taking it serious. Like
you were just doing it for fun.
You know what I mean? But it came back, like especially like skipping. I remember, dude, I felt bad because I was skipping the hell. Like, we can curse on here.
Yeah.
Yes, I won't cuss too much. Yeah. But I remember just skipping Miss Johnson's class to always come to media with y'all. You feel me? And every time I come to class, it was like, what's going on? You feel me? But it was worth it though. You know what I mean? Because like where I'm at now, just like all the little things I learned then too. You know what I mean? Just like subconsciously taught me a lot of things now.
It all pays off, right?
Yeah. I mean, I remember back at the old taproom days. I remember you performing at a taproom.
Oh yeah, bro, that was lit. I was standing on the speakers and stuff like that. There was a couple dudes.
Let's talk about that.
Nah, that was. I had set that up with. I think I was talking to Cam and Jack.
Yeah.
And I just told them, I was like, yo, just let me get like 5 minutes. You know what I mean? Like that was like, we ain't got nowhere for you to perform at. I was like, y'all got that big old speaker. Yeah. And it's right in the corner. You know what I mean? So like everybody when they walk in, they have to see it.
Yeah.
So like, and then I had told a couple of my friends about it, so a lot of them popped out. You know what I mean? So it's like the bar going on, you know what I mean? Everybody's like chilling at the bar, you know what I mean? And then the other half of them is everybody else is just turning up, you know what I mean? It was just like two different climates in there, and then like all my friends just forcing everybody in there, like, nah, fuck that, y'all about to turn up.
Yeah, I just remember like out of nowhere, I just hear like Quisi song play, and then you start performing. I'm like, oh my god, I'm like drunk at the bar, like
free concert.
I was super. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was super nervous. I get nervous. I get crazy nervous before anytime I sing into the mic. Mm-hmm. But I was even more nervous because a lot of people weren't expecting it. You know what I mean? So it's like, how do you react to that? But I feel like it was almost like they're almost treating it just like karaoke almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's kind of like what D'Angelo was saying. We had D'Angelo Johnson on a few weeks ago, and he was talking about his time with Division Rivals and kind of performing. And it doesn't matter how many times that I go on stage, I'm always gonna get nervous every single time.
Every time.
Do you have like a pre-show ritual or something that you do to kind of like get you ready?
I smoke. Yeah, but also before, so I make my set list like a couple days before, like a week before. So in my room, I have a mirror, you know what I mean? So I just sing in front of it the whole time, you know what I mean? So, like, I make, like, eye contact the whole time, you know what I mean? So just, like, the feeling of somebody watching me. Mm-hmm. So I just try to see, all right, where I will need to take a breath at, you know what I mean? Especially, like, I'm in my room jumping around, running back and forth, you know what I mean? Just trying to, you know what I mean, get ready. How much breath I'm going to need to use. How can I, you know what I mean? Like, what words I'm not going to be able to say, you know what I mean? And, like, because of some of the ad-libs in my song, they kind of put a lot of emphasis on some of the things I say. I always think like, all right, I can't say this word right here, so I can scream "you're in trouble" right here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So since I practiced that, it's never really the performance that I'm worried about. It's just like bringing myself to walk on the stage. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like once the music starts playing, it's like
once you're there, you're there.
You know what I mean? But walking on the stage, I be shaking. You know what I mean? Or if I know I'm next to perform, I'm trying to hurry, like roll whole button, my hands was like shaking. I'm like, I'd be so scared sometimes.
What is like your biggest crowd so far? Like, would you say?
I think when I performed with Lucky, no, maybe Lil TJ. I performed with Lil TJ like I think it was like 2019 or 2018. I was with Big Steez, and I ain't gonna lie to you, dude, that was the scariest time of my life. But for that, Steez's sister, like we were back there, and because I had 2 verses on the songs that we were gonna perform, and I was like super nervous. I couldn't even like think of my words. But she just came in front of me and just started singing the words to me. She was in front of me just singing. I'm like, all right, yeah. And then she was like kind of getting like acting like she was mad at me, like act like you know your lyrics, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then she did it twice, you know what I mean? I'm like, all right, bet. They called our name out there. They played the music before we came out there, you know what I mean? So the beat had started. So it's already made me comfortable. So I was already able to just go out there. But I was super grateful for that. Because I was terrified, bro.
Was that at a venue or was that
No, was it venue or was it Town Ballroom? It was one of those.
Yeah.
Those are 2 decently sized venues too.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And that's when Lil TJ was hot. So it was a sold out crowd, bro. That was crazy.
Yeah, I can only imagine like the atmosphere, man. I don't blame you, man. I would probably be on the verge of crapping my pants, man.
Yeah, every time, bro. But you just soon as you everybody like that's why it's good to have like at least have a couple people there for you. Because just knowing that there's some people there for you.
Even like eye contact, I'm
literally,
sure. Yeah.
Just seeing your people. Just seeing one of your people. Like, all right, even if I could just look at you the whole time and turn up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm going to still give a good show. And then that person usually is turning up with you. And then you're like, all right, I got to give this energy to everybody, you know what I mean?
Right.
Usually by like song number 2, I'm there, you know what I mean? But I got it back to being to the point where like song number 1 is a good one. But that concert right there, I don't want to feel like that ever.
Let's talk about You're in Trouble. I mean, we're all wearing the hats. Appreciate you for bringing in some hats.
Appreciate it.
So what made you think of that, and like where'd it come from? And I mean, hey, it's your tagline. I mean, it's your brand. Like,
all right, so I love the Migos. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Rest in peace, Takeoff. But so you remember the song "Deads" from Culture? It was like, "You niggas in trouble."
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it come from that. Quavo didn't keep using that. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like. That song was one of my favorite songs for the longest time, you know what I mean? So I'm like, all right. I started rapping around that time, you know what I mean? So it kind of all just fell into place. And then, like, because, like, I think, like, the first couple of months of me rapping, I didn't really understand, like, the concept of ad-libs, you know what I mean? I didn't even know what ad-libs were. I thought that was, like something you had to do while you were recording I thought it was something different than what it was.
Yeah.
And then I started incorporating ad-libs. And then, you know, to me, the best ad-libs come from the Migos. Like,
yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
They're iconic.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, especially Offset, you know what I'm saying? So, just hearing you niggas in trouble, I just was like, all right, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
And then I started to think like, all right, I got to put some energy behind it. So it's like, you're in trouble.
Yep.
Like, you can't say
you can't be like, you're in trouble. Like, you have to do it like with the tone. You're in
emphasis.
trouble.
You need it.
Yeah. What are like some of the best memories you've made like throughout, you know, becoming an artist and whatnot?
The people I met, you know what I mean, and like just like producing for like not even just being a rapper, making beats for a lot of these people.
Yeah.
Like just locking in with these people for the first time. Like it's always a crazy feeling, you know what I mean, because it's like having the potential to help them build a new sound. Like every time, like I make a new favorite memory every time I get in the studio with somebody for the first time.
That's awesome. Now let's talk about that portion a little bit. I mean, you started with, you know, just like making music and rapping, and you're not too sure if you wanted to take it seriously, but then you started making beats, and then I feel like that's when you started to really get some traction.
Yeah.
What is that transition like from being recorded in the studio to having your beats, like making your beats?
It's definitely, it makes the process easier.
Yeah.
And it's cheaper.
Yeah.
But like, so you gotta pay, like, obviously you gotta pay for all this stuff. But for the most part, like, I was going to like studios by choice, you know,
right?
Because I always had my own setup. My little brother was rapping before me.
Yeah.
So he pretty much gave me everything, and he taught me how to use FL Studio and stuff like that. And then because our dad made beats and he made music too, so it was already in like the family. So we had I already had the tools and stuff like that. And then my friend gave me a laptop. Like my bro Seth gave me this laptop. It was crazy. And then my this kid Hars, crazy, but man, taught me everything I needed to know about everything making beats. He was making my beats at one point, and then it just got to a point where we couldn't see each other too much. You know what I mean? Neither of us had a car. He was using his mom's at the moment. I didn't have a license, so it was like, yo, bro, can you just teach me how to do this? He taught me how to do everything, getting crazy. Like when I say getting crazy, he taught me everything. It took me like probably like 2-3 days to get a hang of it. It took me like a couple months to really get a habit of it.
Yeah.
But then it got to the point where like, all right, since I'm trying new stuff, and this isn't like off rip, it wasn't like traditional like rap beats, you know what I mean? So I really didn't want to go around nobody with it, you know what I mean? So I wanted to try it myself, so I was recording myself a lot more. And then I started getting a hang of it. So I'm like, all right, let me get to the studio and get my voice actually like professionally mixed and stuff like that. And then it just makes, I feel like once you start making your own beats and stuff like that, it just turns you to a different type of artist because you're not like limited at all.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
right.
You are the vibe. You create all of it, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, from start to finish, it's all you, from producing to the words, to the ad-libs, to everything. Yeah, that's got to feel good once you have like a finished product coming out. I mean, it's kind of similar to like every time we have an episode done where it's like from start to finish, like you made it. Like
it's you.
Exactly.
I mean? But like, don't get me wrong, like too, I use loops as well. You know what I mean? Like my bros will send me some samples and you know, like the melodies they call it. You know what I mean? So I definitely got to pay the respect to them because without them, like they helped me find my sound for real. You know what I mean? Like I could do it myself, but it was crazy seeing like having other people just like getting introduced into that world too. You know what I mean? So just the help as well. Yeah, helped it all.
Do you have like a music inspiration, or do you find yourself pulling samples from similar eras or genres of music?
Not necessarily pulling samples, but like definitely when it comes to inspiration, like Uzi, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then like Pierre Bourne.
Yep.
And heavy with Bryson Tiller.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I swear to God, like that. He's the reason like I try to be like so melodic in a lot of my songs. Mm-hmm. Like Uzi too, but I do it my own way. You know what I mean? But I listen to a lot of Bryson Tiller. You know what I mean? That's my boy. So those are like my three biggest. And you know like ultimately like Wayne, because like the little punchlines.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like I noticed like I used to always think like, yo, is Wayne trying too hard to do his punchlines? You know what I mean? But it's like when you got it, you got it. You don't even like think too hard. It just come to you. You know what I mean? So definitely a lot of them. And Famous Dex.
Yep.
Oh yeah. I haven't heard his name in a little bit, but
super Famous Dex, like the energy, Soulja Boy and the Migos. I feel like I'm just like a mixture of like all of that. You know?
Yeah. That's awesome.
What would you what's next for Quisi? You know, what do you have any shows coming up or anything like that?
Me and Nate, we're setting up something at the Daredevil place.
Yeah. Oh, Daredevil Records, yeah.
Yeah, we're doing a little show. We about to bring a couple of our friends out there and perform with us. Put something nice together next Friday.
Okay.
But, also, I'm about to drop a couple projects with not necessarily me rapping on them, but like I produced a couple of projects for my boys and stuff like that, and Nate. So I'm waiting for that, and then after that, I'm about to do this little Quisi and the Troublemakers.
Hey,
so,
okay.
You know how like Metro got his little beat tape and like everybody rapping on it?
Yeah.
So I want to do something like that.
Okay, I like that.
I'm getting the Avengers together right now.
Avengers.
I swear.
Speaking of Lil Uzi, how did you like?
I loved it.
You loved it.
Yes.
Even the transition to
it.
like the Chop Suey cover.
Bro, I used to listen to post-hardcore music.
Oh yeah.
I swear to God, dude.
I was very like caught off guard when like I heard that.
Nah, see, cause like I wasn't, but I was like surprised a little bit. I was like, couldn't really believe he did that.
Yeah.
But then like listen number 2, I'm like, cause I'm already the type of dude like I like something that's gonna get me lit and turned up. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So at first it was different, but then I was like, oh, this is really what I used to listen to, and I used to always say that like post-hardcore and rap is like kind of like not even rap, like trap are super similar in a sense. You know what I mean? Especially when it comes to progression and the way they like put their bars together. You know what I mean? They're formatted. It's like almost the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So like I love that off rip just to see them put together. Uzi had a song with like "Bring Me the Horizon" on there.
Yeah.
Boy, I was like, what? Dude, crazy.
Yeah, that brought back like 2012.
I swear.
Vibes.
I swear. I said it the other day. Like it was like it gave me like 9th, 10th grade vibes.
Yeah. Getting real. 2012, 2013 in here. If there was one artist that you could tour with, who would it be and why? Put you right on the spot.
I'd be real, probably Quavo.
Yeah.
To be real, cause you know it's lit the whole time, and like that was one of my first inspirations. You know what I mean? I really, to be honest, I don't want to sound shady, but like I don't want to go on tour with somebody where I feel like my life gonna be at stake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like these dudes be beefing with each other. I ain't trying to be nowhere near that. You know what I'm saying? At least not. You know what I'm saying? Like, but definitely Quavo.
Yeah.
For real. Just cause I would say the Migos if they were together, and you know what I'm saying. But that was always a dream to tour them for real.
And then we hear you're a Bills fan. Is that correct?
All right, don't say it like that.
Don't say it like that? Oh,
yeah, no. I like, because I'm from here, like I watch them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I'm interested in them. Like I like, you know what I'm saying?
You don't associate yourself with like Bills Mafia.
Would you consider yourself more of a fan of the game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just like watching good football, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean that's ultimately like what we're doing here. It's just, growing up, I mean, we do have a little bit of that like Bills Mafia kind of.
Yeah, but that's cool though, you know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, like if somebody else talking about another team being better than the Bills and I'm there, like I'm a debater, you know what I mean?
Right.
I'm gonna argue with them just because, you know what I mean? And then they're gonna try to hit me with some facts. I'm be like, yo, you right, I don't know nothing. just to start something with them.
Yeah.
So.
Let's move on to the show. NFL headlines and current events. First things first, Aaron Rodgers tears his Achilles. Out for season. Tragic. I mean, probably one of the most important, injuries that we've seen in a while.
Just all the hype that was surrounding the Jets, surrounding Aaron Rodgers. I mean, Hard Knocks, the preseason. I mean, I saw people with Super Bowl predictions on him.
Too good.
It was too good to be true. Exactly.
You know what I was thinking about though? You remember when Zach Wilson said that thing about the vets? Didn't he say something about
make their life a living hell? Yeah,
bro. And then next thing you know,
you start.
You're in trouble.
But listen, that boy went out there and won the game though.
He did.
And that's the
I
thing.
wouldn't say he won it though, but like you know what I'm saying.
He didn't lose it.
He did though. You know what I'm saying? Like that last touchdown.
Oh my goodness,
Crazy.
Garrett Wilson. that was disgusting. I was like cheering for Garrett Wilson after watching that game. Like I saw that live and I'm like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like it's just good football. Like
yeah.
you have to just be thankful that you saw that in person. Or you saw it live.
Like the Justin Jefferson catch last year.
Yep,
dude.
exactly.
But it was crazy, though, because Stephon Diggs had a catch just as good, probably like 2 minutes before that. You know what I mean?
That doesn't get
I feel like
talked about
it just happens to the Bills, you know what I mean? You're gonna
That's a good point.
I was
just about to say that.
It's always the best catches against the Bills, for real.
All it's like unguardable catches. It's always like DeAndre Hopkins, you could say that they should have swatted the ball away, but I mean that was greatness in a play. And then, like you said, the Justin Jefferson catch, and then just now Garrett Wilson.
When you think about it, why didn't they swat that out? Like I feel like were you trying to intercept him?
It's like and we'll circle back to this too when we talk about the Bills. There's just a lot of like hero ball where it's like everyone on the team wants to have the kill shot or have the finisher. And it goes beyond Josh Allen too, and it's interesting to see the team kind of going away from that, but Josh Allen's still always trying to go for the kill shot. But yeah, it's like everyone wants to have that kind of that glory of getting that that final play,
that game winner type vibe. You know what I mean? I don't blame him. That's my bag too. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. So Josh remind me of some, like, you know what I mean? You know he going for the last shot if you play basketball. I respect it. You know what I mean? He just a little crazy.
That's the thing. It's like, that Arizona game, even that game with the D-Hop catch, he still had a crazy touchdown to Stephon Diggs to potentially win the game. And then even like, that 13 seconds, Kansas City game where, he's
Whose fault
going.
is that? That's nobody's fault. You just left too much time on the clock.
Yeah.
You gave the ball to Patrick Mahomes with time.
It
doesn't matter the time. You just gave him time.
But imagine if we, the Bills end that game and they win. It's just those catches are, cemented in. But it's like,
do we care about? But then, like, we probably don't have the overtime rules we have now. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's also true. Not that it has mattered for the Bills. They're 0-5 in overtime since Josh Allen's been in the league.
You know what's the craziest thing ever, though? And, like, I hate the Chiefs for this because anytime you play Madden and you get a touchdown at the end of the game and it's a close game and they say, oh, you left too much time on the clock. And I swear to God, nobody was saying that. Like, not too many people were really saying that until, you know what I mean, especially when it comes to about, like, 30 seconds left. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Too much time.
Like, especially if you both good at the game, nobody should be scoring. You know what I'm
Have
saying?
you been playing Madden 24?
Yeah, my brother be violating me. I don't even like playing the game with him no more. It's not fun.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like, you know, when Madden was in its prime, you know, when we were like kids, it was fun. I mean, I'm not saying it's not fun now, but I mean, maybe it's just because I'm not like as good as I was. I used to be like really good.
I'm
and then
cheeks at Madden, but you know what? I still have fun. It's still a great time.
You put some money. I swear, you put some money on it. I guarantee you.
Change your life.
I swear, you don't even gotta be good at it. I swear.
Suddenly you're an offensive coordinator and you're play calling and you're
like, bro. I'm be real. When I'm reading half the stuff on there, I'm just looking like, man, I'm clicking something, and then I'm just audible, just get them to run the way I want them to run. You know what I mean?
What I do too.
I'm reading playbooks. I'm like, yo, what is this mean, bro? Like, come on, bro.
Another player that tore his Achilles is J.K. Dobbins. He's out for the season as well, so Baltimore has to either find somebody new or they're going to run with Gus Edwards or Justice Hill.
Don't forget about Melvin Gordon.
Melvin Gordon is also there, but I don't know, man. I think Melvin Gordon.
This might be like kind of crazy, but what about Jonathan Taylor at this point?
I mean, I wouldn't.
He's not signed still, right? Or
he's on the PUP list.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Yeah,
but yeah, we don't know. I mean, is he gonna play?
Weren't they trying to put him like on like injury or something like that?
Yeah,
that's what he is.
exactly,
He's on the PUP list, so he's technically like injured. If
he can't play until week 5, basically.
Yeah, I'm not too good with the terms, you know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest, so nobody don't think I'm a casual, because I kind of am. You know what I mean?
But yeah, Baltimore going to be running with a little bit of a committee. Chris Jones extended to a 1-year, up to $25 million extension. That helps out their defense a lot.
He's back. That's huge for them, especially going into this match off against Jacksonville.
They needed him last week versus Detroit. So yeah, I mean, it really helps out their run defense. You know, gives them a little bit more of an identity on defense. You know, next headline we have Bills, Bengals, Chiefs, Chargers. 4 out of the 7 playoff teams all starting 0-1. How do you feel about that?
That don't mean nothing.
Don't mean nothing.
This early in the season, I'm right there with you. I mean you know what this all says? The Dolphins, and it's our next in our docket. But the Dolphins look damn good.
Hungry.
They're just dogs. I mean, Tua paired with Mike McDaniel, you give him Tyreek Hill, the emergence of Jalen Waddle, you know, he keeps on, you know, progressing as time goes on. They're just so fast. They're just electric at every facet.
They have to be the fastest team in the league, and then they have the rookie Devon A. Chain
just brewing,
ready to go.
But I'm not gonna lie, that is such a fun team to watch, bro.
I agree.
Especially like we were saying earlier, like how you just hear people talking about how Tyreek Hill has a chance at MVP. You know what I mean? Like for Tyreek Hill to have a great season, you know who has to have a great season?
The man.
Come on, you feel me?
He's him.
It's 1-1. You know what I mean? Like you can't you know what I'm saying?
You know, it's crazy to think, but if he finishes the season from start to finish, he'll be in MVP talks through the whole course of the season. If he's playing, especially the way he is. I was laughing earlier today. I saw a graphic, and it was like extrapolated numbers where it was like if you Tua's on pace essentially based off the last game to throw for
like 7,000 yards.
Throw 7,900 yards. Jordan Whitehead's on pace to catch 51 interceptions.
I see. You're like 51.
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But that just goes to show. I mean, Tua, you have to include him in that conversation of quarterbacks that can win games for you, or at least if not win you, keep you in those games. I mean, this isn't the first time that he's tossed 400+ yards in a game and kind of willed his team to victory.
The O-line, as long as the O-line keep protecting him, you know what I mean? Because he don't know how to fall, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, like...
He, in the offseason, he said he took jiu-jitsu classes and learned how to properly fall.
And, roll.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you should have been doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should have known that a minute ago.
Almost died on the field.
Oh, my goodness.
Like, no disrespect, but it's like, you should have been thinking about that.
Right.
You should have been doing that in high school.
Right.
Last quote we have, not quote, headline, we have a little college football one. Last week we talked about it a little bit, but Colorado Buffaloes, Deion Sanders, Shadir Sanders, Travis Hunter, the boys
keep
are
rolling.
They defeated Nebraska. Shadir Sanders, he's a Heisman candidate as of right now, so.
He's a potential first-round pick. I'm going to say it right here, right now. He could be a first-round pick. And what an awesome story for Deion, too.
Especially the whole hood behind him.
Yep.
I swear, like everybody that was a fan of any other team, don't care about
everyone
him.
watching the Colorado Buffaloes. Are you kidding me?
Like, come on.
The Colorado Buffaloes.
Yeah,
they were 2-12 last year.
Yeah, they only had like 1 or 2 wins.
I think it's 1-11.
1-11, yeah, something like that.
Total program turnaround.
Yeah,
it's just amazing, man. Just seeing him, total culture change. We talked about it last week. It's just these guys are all back behind him, and they're just playing their hearts out. They want to be successful. They want to make it to the league. They want to be as high as a pick as they can.
I wonder. Do you think? I mean, how soon is it before Deion Sanders makes his NFL coaching debut?
Bro, I mean, how long until his son get to the league?
Yeah, I think he has like a year or two. I want to say he's eligible now.
I think he is after this season. I can't remember if they changed it with all the NIL deals or not.
3 years. I don't know. I think as a junior you can like a regular junior.
Yes, as a junior you can.
Maybe a redshirted sophomore you can technically. I don't know, but I think at least a junior you have to be.
Got you.
Yeah. So. Yeah, them boys in
Something
Colorado
to
are
think about.
buzzing. Yeah,
Oh,
they're
my
top.
goodness.
They're top 20 now, I believe.
18.
18. Yeah.
Yeah, it just like, and it's fun to watch, you know what I mean? Only because those boys cocky.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to lie to you, seeing just like, even if it wasn't them, just any team seeing a team be cocky and winning is good, you know what I mean?
You root
like,
for them.
You backing yourself up, you know what I mean? Especially when there was so much talk that you weren't going to do that, and then you go in there and do just that.
Mm-hmm.
You got to respect it.
Right. We're going to move on to our 2-minute drill.
We're back.
So we're back.
2-minute drill is back and in session.
It is in session. So this week or this season, we have a board. I don't know if you could see it or not. I don't know if we have a shot of it.
We have
we
the
can see it,
shot,
in the back a little bit. We have a top 5 standings. So Quisi's the first one, so obviously he's going to be number 1 right now. But as we go on, the rankings are going to move. They're going to change. So to anybody who hasn't seen the 2-minute drill, you're a new listener. It's basically just a rapid fire question round of 2 minutes, and it's roughly like 5 to 7 questions, and just to see how fast you can answer these questions before the 2-minute timer comes up. So
I'm giving you 1 sentence. One sentence per answer.
There's a strategy behind it. We've had some guests that have 1 or 2 word answers, like
some
real
people
quick,
can't help
straight
it,
to the
some
point.
People are like,
some people kind of talk and they flesh it out and they have to explain themselves. And all the while, I have the 2-minute timer on, and and then we go. And then me and Mike are gonna bounce questions back and forth at all. And then just so the listeners know that haven't heard us or heard the 2-minute drill just yet, Keith doesn't know the questions. He doesn't know these questions that come in
random
until we say them out loud. So he hasn't had any time to think about them.
This could be anything.
This is off rip.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm back for the 2-minute drill. I'm excited.
Alrighty, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So there is a slight rule change that we're going to bring in for this season. I'm going to start the timer after I say the first, or one of us says the first question.
Okay.
Because it shouldn't be the person. If that's the case, it'd be the minute 55 drill, because we're automatically going to take up some time on the clock. So as soon as the first question is spoken, that's when I'll start the timer. So
here we go.
Lead it off, Mike.
Quisi,
Sir.
who is your favorite artist of all time? Could be any genre.
Lil Uzi Vert.
Lil Uzi Vert.
Who is your biggest disappointment team from week 1?
Bills.
Bills. All right.
Sorry.
Do you? I apologize. Do you think?
No. The Giants.
Giants.
Hey,
There
okay.
you go. There you go.
That was crazy.
Do you think Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are indeed a couple?
No.
No.
Would you be worried as a Bills fan after their loss to the Jets week 1?
No.
It happens.
Greatest rap album of all time.
Trap Soul.
Trap Soul.
That's my favorite. So I'm gonna go with my favorite, but the Carter 3.
The Carter 3.
Yes.
All
Done.
right. That's it.
That's it. That was 38 seconds. That
38
was
seconds.
that was far and away the best time we've ever had.
So a minute 22.
Minute 22 left on the clock, so 38 seconds.
All All right.
Nah, I really do love the Carter 3, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. Trap Soul is my favorite album of all time because that really changed my life. You know what I'm saying? I almost said Eternal Take, but everybody would have been like, you feel me? I don't want that reaction, you know what I mean?
38 seconds, correct?
Mm-hmm.
38.
Inaugural 2-minute drill to kick off season 2. Mike, are you writing with your eyes closed?
No.
He was like,
When my eyes closed.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
Quisi, 38 seconds. All righty, there we go. It's enshrined.
Full shot, yeah.
There it
See
is.
that? Yeah.
Yes,
There
Sirski.
you go. 38 seconds. It's pretty good timing, man.
In situations like that, we say you're in trouble.
I have a feeling that will be that'll be up there for a while at number 1.
Alrighty, so that was our 2-minute drill. Next up, we're gonna do our underdog pick 5. So
Want to
Nico,
get paid real quick?
You want to get paid?
Let's get paid. We are proud to be partnering with Underdog Sports, our favorite place to play fantasy games. You got to check out their new Pick'em. It's so easy to play. Just pick 2 to 5 stats of your favorite players and choose whether they'll go higher or lower. You can 20 times your money by going 5 for 5. Sound like fun? Download their app and sign up today using our code BIGYAC. That's BIGYAC. One more time, that's Big Yak, BIGYAC, to get your first deposit doubled or up to $100 matched. Can't wait to see your entries.
Yeah, and I want to talk a little bit about the 100K Sunday event that they're doing. Underdog is giving away $10,000 to 10 lucky winners who uses Tua Totals Yards pick. So Tua Tagovailoa, higher or lower than I believe it's 277.5 total yards. Yep, so 277.5 total yards. Could be passing, could be rushing, whatever he accumulates. So anybody who enters into this square has a chance to win $10,000. We are going to bring you new and exciting sweepstakes every week. All you have to do is enter. There are no requirements for this entry, winning, or minimum fees. So yeah, you could use this as well as a square on top of your underdog pick 5 as well. Nico, do you have yours?
I got my pick 5.
I'm going over for that. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I wasn't supposed to say that, but
Yeah, higher, yeah.
Yeah, they're playing New England Sunday night.
So I'm going to take that 100K Sunday. I'm going to do higher than 277.5 total yards. I think they can do it. I mean, hey, Tua's rolling. I'd be wrong to bet against him right now, and I just got the ad on my phone for it. 100K Sundays. There it is. Right on cue.
Space in between it. The big and the yak.
No, just one word. BIGYAC. Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Look at that. Live
sign up, yeah.
Yes, Sirski, I want to get paid.
Up next I have, and this is gonna play into my my play of the week for FanDuel. My Jordan Addison pick, give me higher than 39.5 receiving yards. Justin Jefferson, give me higher than 0.5 receiving touchdowns. And then give me Kirk Cousins, 1.5 higher passing touchdowns. And finally, give me Jake Elliott higher than 1.5 field goals made.
All right. So my underdog pick 5 is as follows. I have Jalen Hurts higher than 0.5 rushing touchdowns. Last week, they won 25-20. He didn't get one last week.
He's due.
He's due. He is due. Calvin Ridley against the Chiefs, higher than 69.5 receiving yards.
That might be some of the lowest stat line you'll see for him all season.
He looked amazing last week. So he was so fast. Trevor Lawrence and him already had a good rapport. There's only been one game. Yeah. Give me Calvin Ridley higher. Bijan Robinson, lower than 67.5 rushing yards. Might be a hot take. This is a hot take. They're playing Green Bay. Green Bay doesn't have the greatest defense, but, they had Chicago, at a standstill last week. They didn't really allow them to get a lot of offense going. So I think that repeats a little bit. And plus, Tyler Algier had a big game last week.
We'll talk about him, too.
Yeah, so give me Bijan under 67.5 rushing yards. I know a lot of you Bijan lovers out there are probably, screaming at me through the screen, but
don't blame Mike.
Did my boy just get a touchdown?
He did. He did
get a touchdown. But under 67 or lower than 67.5 rushing yards.
Our boy Arthur Smith might
he plays
say
too much,
F
man.
you to
that's not. I don't think that's hating. They can't take that as hating. You're not hating.
Yeah,
being
Tyler Algier, they gave him the ball more. I mean, it's just until we start seeing more usage, more snap count, percentage go up for Bijan, give me the lower right now. And then Justin Fields, lower than 175.5 passing yards. They're playing Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay last week actually had a great defensive performance against Minnesota. They held Minnesota to, they forced a lot of turnovers. And
my boy Justin didn't get 100 yards.
Yeah, Jennings didn't even get 100 yards.
That's a huge feat in itself.
Yeah, so if Justin Fields couldn't put up that number against Green Bay,
he's going to have a tough time in Tampa.
It's going to be a tough time in Tampa.
Wait. Green Bay, though.
It is Green Bay.
Not throwing the football too much against Green Bay. You feel me? You got a menace out there in Jair.
Oh, Jair. Oh my God. I agree.
Boy, a menace.
I agree. I agree.
That's the best way to put him, too.
I agree.
For real. Like, he gonna talk mess. He gonna menace you the whole time.
I love watching him and Stephon Diggs face off.
I love Jettas, but like, remember what he did to them their last game when they played the last game of the season? Not the last game, but their last meeting of the season. You know what I'm saying? That boy dangerous.
He is dangerous. Yeah, so give me. I'm gonna go Fields lower than 175.5 passing yards, and then put on the Tua Tagovailoa special.
Are you taking the higher or the lower?
I'm taking the higher.
All right.
I'm taking the higher. You know what, man? As long as all those players, Tyreek, Waddle, if everybody's healthy, and they don't have any significant injuries to the offensive line, give me the higher.
I'm telling you, he going for 400.
Another 400.
Like I'm saying, like Reek is so hungry, bro. And like, I want to see that celebration.
The Waddle?
I love that celebration, bro.
It's fire.
Fire. Give me your Tyreek stat line. Speak it into existence for next week.
2 touchdowns.
All right.
$150.
$150, 2 touchdowns.
He had 210 last week.
Yo, I'm the type just because like I like to take risky bets. You know what I mean? And like stuff like that be happening. Who they playing next week?
Miami.
Yeah.
New England.
Yeah.
You said New England?
New England.
Yo, give me 2 touchdowns at $150 every day.
On Sunday night too. So
taking that
every
to the bank.
day.
Take it to the bank.
Take it to the bank. And that being said, we're gonna take it to the bank. So we're gonna review a couple of the games of the week. Our picks. Nico, what's a game that sticks out to you?
So I right off the bat, I really enjoy this game on Thursday night between the Vikings and the Eagles. Right now, the line is sitting at Minnesota plus 6.5, and I'm slamming that. I still think the Eagles ultimately will end up winning this, but New England kept it close with them last week, and Minnesota, they have something to prove after losing to Tampa Bay, which was originally looking to be a top 5 pick. They're going to be hungry going in there, and I think that this is going to be kind of an offensive shootout.
Yeah. A game that I'm looking at, Kansas City at Jacksonville. That game is
going to be a fun game.
It's going to be a fun game, especially if Travis Kelce plays. If Travis Kelce plays, man, KC gets that offense going a little bit more. That's
another team that's got something to prove.
Yeah, I don't think Kadarius Toney has as bad as a game as he did last Thursday. I think he has a little bit of a bounce back.
He nice to me. I ain't gonna lie to you. Everybody hating off 1 week. I think he good.
Yeah, it's just week 1, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just, it's Thursday Night Football. Everybody's watching. First game of the year. You have a couple drops, especially Patrick Mahomes throwing the ball to you.
You suck. That's
they're gonna clown on you.
Bro, they were making the craziest moves about that boy.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't just him though. It was the rest of the offense.
Him, Sky Moore
had
Jerick
some drops,
McKinnon
too.
had a couple drops.
Yeah,
it was the whole team. It was just one of those games where I agreed, similar to the Bills and the Bengals, where it was just like you just have those bad days and there's nothing you can do to kind of get out of your own way.
Yeah.
But I think the Bengals, the Bills, and the Chiefs are all going to bounce back this week easy.
You have another game in mind?
There's a lot of divisional matchups going on, and I'm tending to stay away from those. The line is huge on San Francisco and LA.
I was looking at that game actually.
The Rams are 8-point favorites right now. That's a really big line, and the Rams, looked halfway decent.
They looked solid last week, man.
I think they looked
has
respectable.
A solid defense, and they had Puka Nacua going nuts.
Puka Nacua, a.k.a. Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp clone.
Yeah, Tutu Atwell was also doing his thing as well. Yeah, I mean, what are you taking here?
It's tough.
Would you bet on this game?
I think ultimately I would stay away from it.
Okay.
If anything, I would probably touch the under. I think that the under is going to hit here.
All right. Quisi, do you have a game that you're looking at? Bills Vegas, Miami Patriots. I know we talked about it with Miami and Tua.
I'm looking at this Minnesota Philly game.
Philly.
This is the money right here. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm putting some picks together. I never used this app before, so I'm looking at I guess 5 picks gives you 20 times your what you bet.
Yep.
Come on, that's crazy. Especially everything I'm looking at. I'm expecting Kirk to have a great game. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? You gotta. They're probably not gonna win this week. You know what I mean?
I gotta have a respectable showing.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But let's be real. You know what I mean? So I gotta take them over. You feel me?
Yep.
Alexander Madison lowered in 13 rushing attempts.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Justin Jefferson, 1 touchdown, over 1.
Easy.
Over 0.5. Fucking Jordan Addison, 40 yards. I'm giving
easy.
him that. I'm not touching Hawkinson. Jalen. Oh, I can't even. I think you can only put. And then
it's only 1 per guy.
And then Jalen Hurts, I'm giving him 22 completions.
Yeah.
That's easy. And I can get 20 times what I bet.
What you put in and get your deposit matched up to $100.
Dog fantasy right there, man. There's a game actually that I'm looking at. Seattle at Detroit. Detroit's 5.5 point favorites.
When was the last time Detroit was a 5.5 point favorite in anything?
Long time. I might take an upset here. If I want to be completely honest
Upset
with you.
special?
Upset special.
Are you taking Seattle with the points or money line?
I'm taking Seattle money line.
Really?
I am getting a little crazy here, man. Here's the thing. Seattle didn't look too hot versus the Rams. But I think they figure it out. It's not week 1 anymore. Week 1's a crazy week. So, week 2, here's the thing. Detroit edged out Kansas City to win that game. But I don't think they did anything too crazy. I think Seattle goes on the road and upsets the Detroit Lions. That's my take. Give me the money line.
Sorry, Zolo. Sorry, Tip Balls. Appreciate you guys.
Podcast, you're on last week. Shout out. But yeah, I don't know, man. That line looks a little good. I low key like the Seahawks. So
yeah, it does feel like a trap line. I think that game just has trap written all over it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like Vegas is gonna make a lot of money off this game.
Yeah. Oh man, give me Seahawks. Give me Seahawks. And then what about the elephant in the room? Bills, Vegas.
Nothing short of a blowout is the expectation.
Bills.
Give me Bills to cover. Honestly, I would take an alternate spread of -14.
-14.
They're 9.5 point favorites right now, but I would take them to win by 2 touchdowns.
And I'm putting Stephon Diggs anytime 2 touchdown score.
Anytime 2 touchdown score.
I'm going straight to FanDuel with it.
Yeah.
Josh Allen 300 yards.
Let me pull the odds on that right now.
Sure.
I swear. I be talking crazy, but watch you. You're gonna see. It's gonna happen.
They don't even have the touchdowns, the touchdown props up yet. I bet that'd probably be +600, but I could see it. That's easy money.
I feel like they don't be putting them up until they decide fully who's gonna be out there playing and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what sucks sometimes about recording on Wednesday nights. Is we do the show and then half
the
the bets
lines
aren't
shift.
even available.
Yeah.
The lines shift. So it's
But I feel like man, just go there.
This is now the best time. Hey, the early bird gets the worm, or in this case, the pot. You get the money here. I mean, listen, I feel like by tomorrow night, I feel like that the Vikings and the Philly game, that line's going to be a lot closer. Vikings +6.5 is a lot of points to give to Minnesota.
Dang, a whole touchdown.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I think it's going to be a field goal difference in this game.
Yeah. Going on, what is your parlay of the week? Do you have a parlay of the week?
I do have a parlay of the week. Speaking of this Thursday night football game, I'm all over this game. This is going to be some must-see football. And to all my Vikings fans out there, I got the Skull Special.
I
got the Skull Special. Let's pull it up real quick. All 4 of these picks feature the Vikings. Taj, Dex, shout out them.
Shout out.
I hope you guys go and place this. I texted Taj he didn't text me back, fake, but
He probably cut hair.
that's exactly what he's doing. He's a busy man.
Yeah.
All right, so give me Vikings, like I said, plus 6.5. I think this is a field goal difference maker. I ultimately think the Philadelphia Eagles win this game, but Vikings keep it close. Give me Vikings plus 6.5. Justin Jefferson, anytime touchdown. I think that this is a no-brainer. I think that Justin Jefferson's the lifeblood of this offense, and I think there's going to be a lot of points this game. So this kind of leads into my next one. Kirk Cousins over 1.5 passing touchdowns. This is a gimme. In his last 18 games, 11 of those games, he's scored over 2 passing touchdowns, or 2 or more passing touchdowns, I should say. And lastly, Jordan Addison over 39.5 receiving yards. This is probably the lowest that we'll see his line moving forward. I think that he had an amazing rookie debut. I mean, he went 461-1 off of 56% of snap participation. I think that snap number is only going to go higher. He played every single 3 wide receiver set snaps, so he's going to be getting his looks. He's going to be getting his routes ran. I put $10 on this, and the payback is $72. So I'm just going to go and cash that check right now.
Cash it. I gonna go Seattle money line.
All right.
I'm gonna go there. Calvin Ridley, gonna take the over on his yards. Let me see.
Okay.
What he's at for sure. I mean, Calvin Ridley, his underdog yardage is at 69.5. So, I don't have his yards exactly, but give me Calvin Ridley the over on the yards. And then give me also a Calvin Ridley anytime touchdown. I love what I saw last. I'm gushing over that guy. He just looked so good. And then give me Josh Allen over 2.5 touchdowns. I think he's primed for a bounce back, and we're gonna talk about that.
And 25 rushing. That's what I'll do. Over 24.5 alternate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get that easy money real quick.
Every time.
Calvin Ridley is at plus 140 for anytime touchdown. So
Here, I actually have a bonus parlay that I want to spit out real quick. I'm gonna call this one the redemption trials.
Redemption arc.
So this is a 4-team money line bet.
Okay.
It's at plus 400 odds, so nothing too crazy. Taking the money line on the Bills, the money line on the Bengals, the money line on the Chiefs, the money line on the Chargers. They clean up. They all bounce back and get their wins this week.
Yeah.
Easy. Taking that one right to the bank as well.
I mean, I could see it as well. I mean, Chargers play the here's the thing, though. What if they don't have Austin Eckler?
It's still Tennessee. I don't have any faith in Tennessee this year.
Tennessee, I mean, they played.
You said this season?
Mm-hmm.
I respect that.
I got no faith in Tennessee this year.
Kansas City, Jacksonville's going to play them really good. I honestly think it's going to come down to if Travis Kelce plays or not, if I'm going to be completely honest.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, as you can tell, he is a majority of that offense.
Yep.
So, Cincinnati versus Baltimore. I mean, Baltimore didn't look the greatest against Houston. They had their struggles. I mean, they won, but it was more of like C.J. Stroud was still getting his feet wet.
Yep.
Ultimately. So, no, I can see it.
Get right games for all 4 of those teams.
Yeah. I want to talk about the elephant in the room. I mean,
it's another one.
There's another one. There's two. They're like right here and right here. No, let's talk about it, man. The Bills, Jets, Monday Night Football. Overreactions, underreactions. What do we got?
See, all right. I'm gonna say this. I'll say it right here, right now. So I'm gonna give you guys the facts first and foremost. Josh Allen, since entering the league in 2018, leads the league in total turnovers. That is a fact.
Yes.
Also a fact. Most combined touchdowns in a player's first 5 seasons in NFL history.
Josh Allen.
We are looking at the purest form of gunslinger we may ever see. I saw this clip from Dan Orlovsky. I think it was on Kay Adams' show. Josh Allen needs to grow up, he said.
He be in his feelings, dude.
He needs to sit down, and the coach needs to pull him aside and be like, listen, you're making $250 million. You need to stop making the stupid decisions. I mean, you saw that cutaway on Monday Night Football of Sean McDermott pointing to his head to Josh Allen. You need to just take a minute, breathe, take what the defense is giving you, take those dink and dunks. It almost looks like that he looks bored or uninterested in taking those checkdowns. He wants to go for the kill shot every single time. Yeah. When you have Diggs wide open on a crossing route to give you the first down, James Cook on an easy dump off that'll get you 8 to 10 yards. But every time, let's throw it in triple coverage, just throw it in double coverage because I want to get the touchdown now. It's not going to work.
Be looking good too, though. I'm not gonna lie. They be looking good every time, and it's just like, Josh, what are you doing? Like, take a step back, take what the defense is giving you, and just play the long game. Yeah, and it's like every time Josh turn over the ball, especially an interception, it's always like, yo, why'd you pass it there?
Right.
It's never like
it's not. That's an amazing defensive play. It's always like, why did you throw that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Here's my thing. I'm not gonna sit here and overreact because I feel like there's a lot of people out there, Bills fans, NFL media, anybody, overreacting about this game. Is there a problem with the Bills? We're talking about like a bounce back game here in Vegas, but bigger picture, is Josh Allen
broken?
Like is he like what's holding us back?
My concern right now is everything that they talked about in the offseason.
I swear, he going beast mode this season. Him and his girl just got into it, or they broke up. Right. He's about to go. He's about to be MVP. This and that, bro. What?
There were quotes from the organization that he said that he looked more locked on than he's ever been. He didn't look pretty locked on. I mean, did you see him dolphin dive into 3 Jets defenders 7 yards from the first down marker?
Yo, you ever seen a player play for both teams?
Right. Did Josh Allen have Jets money line?
Might
but no, really. I mean,
$250 million.
You're making $250 million. Like, come on, dude. What are we doing? So
don't take me that serious because they're gonna be in my comments saying your music suck. You know what I mean? Bills fans be going crazy, so don't take that.
Yeah, they're gonna fight. It's okay. They're gonna right after that. They're gonna burn down our podcast too.
It's okay. We'll get you another one.
Yeah. Here's my thing. It's just I think that his highest. When he's at his highest, his highs are high, his lows are low. I mean,
Nick Wright said it. It's a roller coaster, and it's
true.
True.
It's been like that since we drafted him. I mean, that's who we drafted.
We drafted a roller coaster.
Yeah, we did.
We drafted the Superman.
I do agree with Daniel Pulaski. He does need to grow up. He does. I mean, what I saw from that game was, I saw some good drives, but there was just these drives where the turnovers were all bad. I don't care. People are trying to say, oh, the one was an arm punt. The one wasn't bad. No. Like, those are drives that you need to execute points. You only have 13 points almost the whole game. First interception. Rolls out to his left. Yanks it downfield.
That's the arm punt.
Coverage. Arm punt. If you look at that play, he had the first down if you ran.
There was one defender that was closing in on him.
At least run, make an effort. Second interception. He had the check down to James Cook. I saw the whole, the film view, the whole.
He had
field.
James Cook for 8 to 10 yards.
He had James Cook at least something.
Yeah.
Like, don't. It's double coverage too. If it's single coverage, you got the single high safety, you got the matchup. Boom. If there's two, if he's double coverage, why?
How else my boy gonna get a highlight?
Well, that's the mentality.
That's how he be moving though.
Yeah.
Every time you see a highlight from Josh Allen, it's a highlight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That boy be out there trying to kill himself, bro. That dude crazy.
Yeah.
He has one throw that'll be like, "How the hell did you do that?" Mm-hmm. And then the very next throw will be, "What the hell were you thinking?" It's every single game.
And like the third interception rolls out to his right. I saw the play, man. Everybody else was open. Kincaid was open. Diggs was open. I think Knox was open. Cook, everybody was open on this play. And he goes, "Oh, that double covered Sauce Gardner, Jordan Whitehead looks good, man. Let's try it." Gets picked
I could be the greatest QB of all time if I get this off.
Right,
and
it's that
time.
Mentality. Yeah. Right, exactly.
Yeah. It's painful. And then the fumbles the snap. I'm like, all right, bet.
Bro, that fumble was crazy. Yeah. Nah, they gave that up. I'm not going to lie to you.
He got hit in the face with the ball. He just missed it.
Ball drops it. All right, pick it up. Cool. But then tries to run with it, drops it again. Like, You can't make it up. It's
No.
it's just tough to watch. But then, as I said, highs are high. He has the ceiling of potentially being the best quarterback.
Right.
in
The very next throw, he's putting it on a spot that has only 2 inches of any sort of wiggle room whatsoever. He's putting it perfectly in the numbers, and then everyone's like, "Wow!" And that's the play you see. But it's all these little issues have been happening this entire time.
Yeah.
They've become emphasized in recent games.
Right. And it's in the game as a whole, I thought the defense, except for the couple Breece Hall gashes that they had, the Garrett Wilson touchdown was just
ridiculous.
Inhuman.
That's undefendable.
Like,
Yo, didn't it look like he almost broke his? You seen like his ankle, the way his ankle looked right there? Yo, that junk looked crazy. Like, yo, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. That junk scared me because, like, I remember when I broke my ankle and leg in the video, you see like your leg turn,
bent, yeah.
But it's just crazy how much resistance like the leg really got because, bro, that junk looked crazy. I was watching it at work. I'm washing dishes. I got my phone set up, and you just see first off like it goes off his body a little bit, and then he goes to catch it. And his ankle just looking crazy, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And then just the athleticism to bobble it into the other hand and come down with it. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, just freak of nature. Trey White, I mean, it's hard.
There was nothing else that Trey White could have done. He
can't
batted
really-
away the ball. He got a hand on the ball.
There's nothing much more you could do. That's just a great play by a great receiver.
I'm saying, though, you just got to love good football.
That's exactly it.
So then, that happened, tie ball game.
Can we just give a shout out real quick to Leonard Floyd? Leonard Floyd and Greg Rousseau.
I was gonna say where are you going with that?
They looked
I thought you were
good.
going somewhere else with that.
No.
The guy who sacked Aaron Rodgers.
No, that's not where I was going with it.
Okay.
But both of them had that Aaron Rodgers hit aside, in which I don't even think that was really Leonard Floyd's fault.
It wasn't. It was just unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got a good tackle that was just unfortunate. You know what I mean?
And his Achilles just vibrated.
That's
Did
the
you
thing
see the video?
Yo, dude, I ain't gonna lie to you. That shit is nasty, bro. That's what I'm talking about. Like, you know, how,
saw
like,
the
your
whole
body
thing,
usually
like-
has like that resistance where
Yeah.
like it don't. You know what I mean? Like his foot should have slipped, so it didn't get caught. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
that shit
saw a
is nasty.
video like breaking down what happens when your body like has an Achilles rupture, and it's like literally like the sheet of muscle just like folds up. Like it's
Nah,
it's
they said it. You
like
can see
it,
it.
like
You
yes.
can like see it, bro.
You see the whole rupture, it's like a slingshot, like when you hold a rubber band and then let go the one side. That's essentially what's happening to your
Bro,
muscles.
I'm not gonna lie. You can't see it. Well, it don't matter. But like when I broke my ankle,
Yeah.
like I broke my leg too. They're telling me like, cause I showed them the video. They're like, yo, I'm like so surprised you didn't tear your Achilles. And then she was feeling it, and she was like, yo, you tore it. It's not tore it.
Yeah.
But I messed it up pretty bad and stuff like that. She was like saying she was surprised I didn't do that. Like that junk is crazy. And then like you feel like that's one of my biggest fears. You know what I mean? Cause that's something that can happen off anything. You take a
Right.
bad step, you walking
you
backwards.
walk funny, you jump funny.
Crazy.
Life's crazy, man. Human body's a crazy thing, man.
But imagine getting tackled by like a dude 250 plus.
Right. 6'5", 250, full body weight in pads.
And your body resisting it. That's the thing. Like, you're trying not to fall, so your leg is still up there. That is crazy, man.
Next question I have is, does Aaron Rodgers retire?
I was about to say the same thing.
Yeah.
No.
No. Okay.
I think he'll be back. I mean, what we don't like as fans, something that doesn't get talked about as much is how well that these athletes take care of their bodies and just like how genetically resilient they are. And Aaron Rodgers, it's almost a pride thing too. I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to want to go off on
Like
an Achilles tear.
And you got the best money in the world you get the best doctors.
Right, exactly.
Sports medicine, no joke.
Right, exactly. So you're getting all the best treatment. You're getting all the best doctors looking at you and helping you rehab. And you also have the money to do it, too. You have hundreds of millions of dollars to use. So I think that he bounces back. I don't know what he'll look like when he comes back, but I know one thing for sure. The Jets need to spend all of their money in the offseason, all of their draft picks on getting Aaron Rodgers a competent O-line.
Yeah, I would even say, invest in a good backup, too. I mean, I'm not the biggest Zach Wilson guy. I know he won the game Monday night for them, but I do think that I'm just not sold on Zach Wilson. Aaron Rodgers, tearing your Achilles at 39, almost 40 is kind of crazy.
It's crazy, dude. Like that's the only thing I'm saying. Like, you got the best medicine, you know what I mean? But it's like
you're old.
You're an old head.
Old as an athlete.
Yeah. He an old head too, but he just old head that's good at what he doing. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with that. LeBron an old head, but like he's best at what he does. You know what I mean? So it's just like, but I feel like once your body that old, it's like, can you mentally recover from that, knowing that you're that old? You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. I agree. I think we'll see him again. I just don't think we see the same Aaron Rodgers.
No, I think it's going to be more like Tom Brady in Tampa, where you're kind of immobile and you're just like
throwing the ball.
You're just an arm cannon.
Other than that, Bills Jets. I mean, it's week 1. I'm not overreacting. You know, I'm not saying the Bills are done. The Bills are toast. You know, all this stuff. I mean, I do think things need to change with Josh Allen, but as I said, I think he bounced back this week with the Vegas Raiders. You know, I'm just not overreacting. If this was a playoff game and this happened, I'm a little bit
right. That's a different context.
I'm a little bit.
If it was a playoff game, you could just rest assured that everybody gave up on Josh Allen.
Yeah.
If that happened,
could you imagine the storylines?
No, not the storylines. Can you imagine just like everybody talking about it, just saying like, "Yo, we need Josh Allen out of Buffalo."
Oh man,
dude, they give up on him every loss, bro. Even when the Bills won and he just plays a bad game, and then like say the defense hasn't won it, you know what I mean, or like the backs have to win, like the running backs or something like that have to win. They're all on Josh, like, yo, he need to play way better, this and that. And I'm like, that's a fact, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I feel like he gonna turn it up.
Yeah, I agree as well. Let's go on to our last segment of fantasy football. Me and Nico faced off in 2 leagues, Jules' redraft league and then Nico's dynasty league, and Nico won both leagues.
Turn me up.
Both wins. So,
turn me up. Give me my flowers. Give me my theme music.
GG, you know. GG. Joe Burrow really screwed me over in both leagues. So 4 points. Thank you, Joe Burrow. J.K. Dobbins was on my redraft team as well, tore his Achilles.
I'm not going to lie. In Jules' league, my entire team sold except I had Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, you only scored like 97. I think I only lost by like 5.
That was in my dynasty league.
The dynasty league.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts only gave me 15 points. Joe Mixon gave me 8. Aaron Jones and Tyreek Hill combined
Tyreek Hill was the killer.
70 points. Christian Kirk gave me a point. Dallas Goedert gave me a goose egg. Tyler Lockett gave me 3 points. Pacheco gave me 7. My kicker gave me -2.
Oh, you had Gano?
Yeah.
How?
He missed 2 field goals.
Oh, dang.
Missed field goal, blocked field goal.
So everyone sold except for Jacksonville defense, Tyreek Hill, and Aaron Jones, and that was what won me in Jules' league. And then in Dynasty, I had Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I played Aaron Rodgers over Anthony Richardson, and so that gave me a goose egg. And that was really, I mean, Jamar Chase only gave me 9 points. Darren Waller gave me 8. Marquise Brown gave me 8. So it was just like a mid-off between the two of us. Both of our teams way under-projected. I was projected 153 and scored 99. You were projected 147 and scored 94.
Wow.
It was a sad game.
Doo-doo. So we're just going to move on because week 1, it's just week 1.
It's week 1.
It's week 1.
Week 2 will be way better. If not week 2, probably week 6.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Third time, sometimes not the charm, you know what I mean?
Right. Start, sits, and sleepers for this week. Nico, do you have...
So, again, I have 3 starts. I think do you have 4 starts, 4 sits, and 4 sleepers again?
I have 3, 3, and 3.
Okay. I have 3 starts because I have them a little bit more like I have some numbers behind them. And if you saw our TikTok, you'd already know what I'm about to say. Right. So everyone check out our TikTok, follow us on TikTok because we're starting to make some moves on there. And we're going to put out some weekly start, sit, sleeper, and waiver wire content. Yeah. So that's getting fleshed out too. So this is just a reiteration of what I posted earlier today. So my 3 starts of the week is give me James Cook, 67% of the rushing attempts on the Bills, second on the team in targets, and facing Pro Football Focus's 29th ranked defense in the Raiders. I think this is an easy game for him to eat on, and I really liked the usage that I saw week 1 in a poor game script. I can only imagine when all things are clicking. I mean, he has top 12 running back week in, week out upside. Up next is Tyler Algier. I think the hype is real. I don't think that it's not a Bijan thing. It's just more of Tyler Algier is too good of a player to not see the field and not see snaps. And they're in a really run-first, run-heavy, and running back-friendly offense. He is a safe RB3 or flex play with top 12 upside. He took 100% of the snaps within the 5-yard line. That's a huge stat. Bijan Robinson, when they were within the 5, was not on the field. It was all Tyler Algier, and he played 54% of the snaps on offense, so encouraging utilization even with Bijan in the picture. I think both of those guys are going to eat all season long. I think it's going to be a great two-headed monster.
Isn't Bijan a rookie?
Mm-hmm. And he looked damn good. He looked electric in his debut. So, again, this is nothing on Bijan Robinson. I just think that you have the best handcuff in the league in Tyler Algier because he is capable of being a starting running back on 16 other NFL teams. And then lastly, I have Jordan Addison. I mean, I've been kind of ringing his bell all day on this show. He averaged 2.9 yards of separation per route. To put that in the context, that's 8 feet.
Yo,
that's
crazy.
8 feet of separation between his defenders.
Yeah.
He played 56.3% snaps on offense, and every single snap that they had a 3 wide receiver set on, he was on the field. So he didn't miss a beat when it came to 3 wide receiver sets.
8 feet is crazy. That's really you really got enough time to look, wave, and then catch it.
Right. Yeah. So he gets open, and he made the most of his opportunities. I mean, he went 461-1 in his rookie debut. That's going to give him more snaps, especially against this game plan with no James Bradbury in Philadelphia tomorrow. This is a must play for me for Jordan Addison.
All right. My starts. Give me number 1, Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs versus the Bills. Breece Hall had his way with the Bills' run defense. I think Josh Jacobs has similar stat line. I definitely think he goes over his projection a little bit. I definitely think he scores a touchdown this week. So give me Josh Jacobs against the Bills. It's not really too sold on the run defense. I mean, defense as a whole, I liked what I saw from the Bills, but some of them Breece Hall runs were crazy.
Yeah.
So give me Josh Jacobs against the Bills. Give me Brandon Ayuk versus the Rams. Brandon Ayuk looked incredible.
He's becoming an every week play.
Yeah.
You can't keep him on your bench now. You have to play him.
Brandon Ayuk is crazy. 2 touchdowns. They play the Rams. They did look good against the Seahawks, but I think the Brandon Ayuk hype train keeps going. And then third start, Puka Nacua.
Listen, the amount of waiver fab that I've seen spent on him, you better be playing him.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen 40, 50, 60% of fab being spent on him in redraft league. I mean, this is week 1. Mm-hmm. You have to use him if you're spending that much money on him.
Right. So those are the 3 starts. You got some sits for us?
I have Drake London as a sit.
Okay.
I did not like what I saw week 1, and he in a lot of drafts, he was probably spent as a 6th round or 7th round pick, so pretty decent draft capital spent on him.
Yeah.
If you had Drake London on your team week 1, I hope that you put your waiver claim in for Puka Nacua. Puka Nacua can slot right in for Drake London there.
Right.
Terry McLaurin is another wide receiver that if you can afford to sit him, do so. That is a tough play for him, and you know what? He's still having that lingering turf toe injury. So I think ultimately he'll end up finishing a top 24 wide receiver, but it might take a couple weeks for him to get back to 100%.
What name you say?
Terry McLaurin.
Oh, facts.
Yeah, and then for my third player, it's another wide receiver. Where'd he go? Give me where'd he go? I had him. Oh, Marquise Brown. Give me Marquise Brown. I just don't trust anyone outside of James Conner on Arizona's offense. And again, that's another player that has pretty decent draft capital spent into them. Again, if you were starting Marquise Brown last week, I hope you put in a claim for Puka Nacua or Josh Kelly or Justice Hill or Gus Edwards, and you're playing them this week instead.
Yeah. Alrighty, so my sits. Give me Dameon Pierce.
It's another situation where
it's tough. It's tough. Yep. It's tough. If you can afford to sit him, please sit him. But I just think he needs that Houston offense needs to find an identity right now, and I just don't think right now is a good time to start him. So give him a couple weeks. Hopefully, he'll start picking things up. Cam Akers was outperformed entirely by Kyron Williams.
Was
he? Yeah. So Cam Akers, I think
Sean McVay just hates Cam Akers.
Probably does.
I don't know. I don't get the usage over there. I don't understand it. Did Cam Akers do something to Sean McVay, or does Sean McVay just not like him? Like I don't know.
Probably a little both. Yeah, we don't really entirely know, but leave Cam Akers on the bench, and then I don't know how you feel, Quisi, about Gabe Davis, but Gabe Davis is a sit for me.
Did you see my story the one time when I caught him? Yo, it was dude, what was it? I was throwing some food at an animal. I think it was a bird, and they were catching him, right? Mm-hmm. And all the birds were catching him. And I threw a bread to one of the birds. He dropped it, and I was like, that's Gabe Davis.
That's a Gabe Davis. Yeah, promise you. Gabe Davis had, one or two catches Monday night. I'm just not a big Gabe Davis fan. Whoever watches this podcast, many of you guys know I'm just not.
When he's him, though. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
he's straight boomer bust.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight boomer bust. My sleeper, I think they're going to get this guy even more and more acclimated in the Bills' offense. So that's going to be one of my sleepers. But, yeah, sit Gabe Davis if you can. If not, try your luck against Vegas. But, yeah, leave him on the bench. And sleepers. You have some sleepers?
I don't have any sleepers. I want to hear your sleepers.
My sleepers. Give me Kyron Williams, sit Cam Akers, start Kyron Williams.
All right.
Going forward, I just like Kyron Williams, and if this is how it's going to be, with the snap difference, give me Kyron Williams. He just looked better. He just looked better than Cam Akers. He's one of the top waiver wire ads, probably the top 5, 6 waiver wire ads. Plus, running backs are getting more scarce and scarce out there. So. Like the usual starter ones.
Yep.
Whether it's injuries, holdouts, anything like that. Kyron Williams, number 1. Another running back. Number 2. This one might be a little bit of a shocker. Buffalo fans might know him well. Give me Zach Moss.
Yeah?
Give me Zach Moss. This is a little bit surprising. He's owned in about 24% of leagues. Zach Moss participated fully in practice today. They're playing Houston, who has a really bad run defense. Give me Zach Moss. He's slated to start. Deion Jackson didn't look good last week. I think he's going to be a bell cow. And to add on, last 4 weeks of the season last year was pretty solid. Had a great game against Houston as well. So give me Zach Moss. And then my last sleeper, Dalton Kincaid. Dalton Kincaid had 4 catches. I think for a first game for a rookie, it's tight end. And a guy who splits the tight end role with Dawson Knox, if you want to call it that, looked pretty solid. And I think they get him more and more acclimated. I think he scores his first career touchdown this Sunday versus Vegas in front of the home crowd.
I might just go like that on FanDuel, too.
Dalton Kincaid anytime touchdown. I like that a lot.
Put a quick $10 on it. You know what I mean? That probably get you 60, 70.
Yeah, I might go take it to the bank right now.
They probably got him plus 600, 700.
Yeah, he's up there. But yeah, those are start, sits, and sleepers. Quisi, do you have any you want to throw out there? Or?
I appreciate y'all having me on here. You know what I mean? It was super fun. I would say I want everybody to just go check out. I just dropped a project You're in Trouble 4.5 on my SoundCloud.
Yes, sir.
I'm about to drop You're in Trouble 5. I'm not gonna tell y'all when, but soon though. You know what I mean? But I got a lot of stuff. I got, just be on the lookout. I produce a lot of work that's coming out. You know what I mean? I'll be sharing it around. Definitely had a lot of fun being out here. You know what I mean? It was different. You know what I mean? I went on my first podcast with my friend Jai last week. You know what I mean? I was super nervous. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
How'd you feel coming in today?
Good.
Good,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I even then, cause I got into it. You know what I mean? But this is fun as hell too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, appreciate it.
This is super dope. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you.
I got to act like I knew something about football.
You know what I mean? It's all good, man. We thought you did good. So
yeah.
Hey, you held your own. You had your talking points.
Like I said, ever since I started betting on it more too. You know what I mean? So now I'm really watching football.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
hey. All I'm gonna say is, anyone listening now, if Quisi gave us some new viewers, check us out. Last week, if you were watching us, I made you some money. That's all I'm gonna say.
There's two different.
I hit two takes, and that would have netted you if you put. I mean, I think the first one was
Joe
plus
Burrow would
350.
have won you a lot of money. If they did that.
Yeah.
I took Brown's money line last week.
And make sure y'all subscribe to my boy's channel.
Yes, sir.
ASAP, yesterday, last year.
Appreciate
Big
you.
Yak. Big Yak podcast.
Get
Make
us.
sure y'all tune in.
We're trying to get monetized on YouTube, so every subscriber counts, and then we're trying to get up to 1,000 followers on TikTok so that we can go live and do some fun content over there. So
I even help with like a giveaway for y'all, with y'all. You know what I mean?
Hey, okay.
All
right.
Giveaway, you know what I mean?
Appreciate that.
I like post some shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. Make sure get them this and that. You know what I mean? And then when we get there, I give away this to.
Yeah, we'll
like
talk.
Thing, you know what I'm saying?
Let's do it. Yeah.
Shout out, man. Shout out.
Appreciate that.
Just anything to help, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like, you know what I mean? Like
we're just a bunch of kids from the Falls at the end of the day.
Trying to make it.
Exactly.
Trying to make it, yeah.
Exactly.
But we're going to, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, we're never. Last thing, I don't like to do the F. Everything is a win to me. Like, I like to say when I win or when we win. You know what I mean? The if is
it's
just like
when.
Yeah, if just gives it a possibility of it not happening. Right. But when you believe it, you know what I mean? You work towards it, you put a mouse on there, it's like you every day you wake up, it's like I'm gonna get it.
Yes,
Even
sir.
if it's not right here, you're like, all right, it's still it just feels like it's arm's reach every day.
Mm-hmm. I agree. That's the best way to put it too.
So go subscribe to my boy's channel. ASAP.
Yeah, we appreciate it, man. We appreciate it.
Check out Quisi, subscribe to him.
Stuff, yeah.
Check him out on Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere that you're not on.
Everywhere.
You're everywhere, right?
Yeah, everywhere.
I mean, around the world. Around the
you feel
world.
me? I put the world on my back.
That's right. Hey.
Appreciate it. I love
Hey.
So this has been episode 61 of the Big Yak podcast. Thank you, Nico. Thank you, Quisi, for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joey. Thank you, Maranzo, to Merge. Thank you, Matt Johnson, BICBP Radio Network. We'll see you guys next week for episode 62. Make sure you tune in to Quisi stuff. We're going to be doing some giveaways soon. A lot of exciting stuff coming forward. But yeah, we'll see you guys next week for episode 62. Thank you guys for watching.